This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me through this journey. And before we get into things today, we would just like to thank and welcome Lawrence Bradley to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team. We'd also like to thank Holly T for increasing their pledge over at patreon.com/wheelweavespodcast. And we'd especially like to welcome Kaz to our producer level Patreon team. So Kaz joins the ranks of Essen, Mozime, Passion Socks, Moltude, Benjamin, Michelle O'Brien, Jamie Young, Cody Fouts, Megan Smiley, and Jonathan Reese. We'd really just like to thank all of our patrons, new and continuing. We really couldn't do this without you, and we appreciate all of your generosity and support. And in this episode, we're talking about chapters 3 and 4 of Lord of Chaos.
Nice. So chapter 3 is A Woman's Eyes, and chapter 4 is A Sense of Humor.
Yeah.
These are setup chapters.
I could tell.
Like, we get a lot of content and information, so it's, like, important, but it's a lot of setup.
A lot of setup.
We got to get to the next stage of, like, what we're going to do this book.
A
lot of secret plans, a lot of stuff going on. Some hilarious jokes.
Telling crazy guys in our heads to shut up.
Yeah, we got to talk about that, because, like, it's ramping up.
And then it goes away.
True. Yeah, it does.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, also lots of good jokes.
Yeah. I mean, we could tell all the jokes, but, like, we could also not.
We'll see.
I mean, they're pretty funny.
We'll see when we get there.
Yeah, okay.
If we're in the mood for joke retelling.
Okay. So let me start us off, and then we'll get into A Woman's Eyes.
Okay.
So the fun fact today is about the new shadow spawn we kind of get introduced to. Do you remember what that one's called? Yeah, it's important.
Okay.
New
golem.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, you remember.
Yeah. I remember because it's spelled funny.
Yeah.
But it sounds the same as
golem.
Like golem.
Yeah.
Like clay people.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the fun fact. And the interesting thing is we kind of did a thing about this previously for a bonus episode, not related to this. Mm-hmm. But that's at the end of this fun fact.
Do you want to know how I know what that is?
Because you're Jewish.
Nope. Not at all, actually.
Okay, well, that's part of the fun fact, is because, like, from Jewish mythology.
Interesting. I don't know much about Jewish mythology, turns out.
Okay.
But I did read a book one time called The Alchemist, and it's not the famous book, The Alchemist, that everyone thinks it is.
Yeah.
It's like a young adult fantasy.
Does the wizard make a golem? Or a golem?
Well, there isn't a wizard. Well, maybe there is. It's about Nicholas Flamel.
Okay.
Like the actual like alchemist Nicholas Flamel, and it's written by Michael Scott.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, there's so many things
what is happening?
About all of it because I know, and I was drawn to the book because of
this
all.
This is how you know the multiverse exists, and when all the lines it's just not. Yeah, okay.
I know. Anyway, I think I only read probably the first
Did the alchemist create a
half
golem?
of the book? No, the golem, maybe the alchemist did, but I didn't finish the book.
Oh, okay.
I started reading
the story is getting better and better.
I started reading it because I thought this would be a good novel study for, like, middle school, like junior high.
Okay.
Like, that's kind of the target audience, I think. And I couldn't even get through it.
Yeah,
I didn't finish it. But at one point, there are golem, who, like, attack.
Yeah.
It's like right in the beginning of the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That's how I know what they are.
Yeah. Okay. So let me dive into this from what I could kind of piece out, because there's definitely some real world inspiration going on here.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's the thing.
I know it's from mythology, and those didn't get created by the author Michael Scott, and I have to assume that that's a pen name.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
maybe not. It's
maybe
a pretty
not.
common name, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, was it written before the TV show? After the? Do you know?
Not a clue.
Okay,
not
anyways.
One clue.
Not
and
important
I'm not
for
looking it up right now.
Not important for what we're doing here. So there's a creature, the golem, in Jewish mythology, and obviously in pop culture too, and in like D&D and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But anyways, in Jewish mythology, a golem is an animated anthropomorphic being, meaning giving human traits and attributes to a non-human thing, that is entirely created from inanimate matter, typically clay or mud. So that's from the mythology side, but there's lots of different stories about Golem. Like, there's a lot of popular stories about this, But they can be representations of lots of different things, good or bad. They can be men or women or both. And it can be sometimes like be brought to life or controlled to defend or attack. Right? So there's lots of different stories, and it depends on what the story's doing, what the golem's going to do. Now, in D&D, same idea. That's why I kind of thought like pop culture, because typically someone really smart, like a wizard, can actually create golem too and animate them. So, but that's like the pop culture side. The interesting part is why we did a bonus episode about the golem is because we know that there's tribes of Trollocs, and there's 12 tribes we know names for. And we did a whole thing about it. And I'm sure you remember all of it. But each name is like something similar to real world, like demons and stuff. And there's one tribe of Trollocs called the Golem, GHO''HLEM, and the Golem that we hear in this chapter is spelled just GHOLAM.
Right.
So whether or not there's a similarity or some sort of tying connection there, we'll have to see.
I bet Robert Jordan intended those two words to be pronounced completely differently.
Probably, yeah.
So
it's very possible.
Brett, don't even.
And apparently some things that we pronounce just sound similar because we're Canadian, so...
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's part of the problem, too. We did hear with that the Damani and the Damani thing.
Yeah.
It's like, if you have a different accent, they actually sound totally different.
Yeah, was it last episode where I said herding?
Yeah.
Or maybe, no, that was on our, the Wheel Weaves Watches. When we were talking about one of the clips.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple new episodes.
We do.
Out on our, the Wheel Weaves Watches. It's on there, and we were talking about herding sheep, and you're like, not hurting sheep.
Yeah.
He's herding them.
Yeah, which shouldn't be an issue
I
depending on...
didn't know those sounded the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, I'm excited to see what the Shadow Spawn is.
Okay. Okay, and now that you're bringing this up, I have something to bring up because there's a conversation happening in our Discord from the prologue episodes.
Okay, yeah.
And a user by the name of Bladen Stormchild brought up the fact that the forgers at Thakindar really reminded them of a golem.
Yeah, totally.
Because if they were to leave Thakindar, they turn to stone or dust.
Which is totally a thing that the golem do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah,
that's
a great description.
And I was like, oh, now I get it. Because you were calling them like robots.
Nah, I wasn't calling them robots.
And I was like, I don't understand robots in this world.
I had some whiskey. It was fine. You said I was calling... It doesn't matter. But yeah, golem's good. That's a great way to describe them.
Yeah. Okay.
Not important. Well, okay.
All right, should we get started then?
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah.
All right. So last time we were together, the book actually started.
Yes,
chapters
officially.
1 and 2.
Official.
Yeah, we opened with Rand in Camelin, and then Mazrim Taim showed up to pledge himself to Rand, and then gave him a seal for the Dark One's prison.
Yes.
And so now we have a count on all 7.
Yeah, we do.
That's the biggest thing we get out of that.
And you said a whole lot of things.
Oh, I certainly did.
You said a lot of stuff.
I did say a lot of things last time. Did you write them down?
I mean, I remember some of them. I didn't write them down, but you were like throwing accusations out left and right.
Yeah, I really was.
Yeah. You called Mazrim Taim a dreadlord.
Yeah.
And then you also said something about his age and the fact that he's 35 was like the definitive factor there.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, shouldn't he have gone crazy?
Yeah, which I mean, I don't know if you're going to want to at all backtrack or like what.
We'll
see what happens. And then there was also the whole thing about him giving the seal, which you totally forgot about until that happened. And then I was like,
maybe those don't matter anymore.
Yeah, they just like, it doesn't...
I was just trying to fit the... Yeah. You know, when the puzzle piece doesn't really fit together and you just like jam on it till it shoves in?
Yeah.
That's kind of...
and also like, I kind of...
What I was doing?
You were, yeah. And you made it fit, sort of. it's wedged in there.
But the picture doesn't look good. The piece fits, but the picture doesn't match.
Or it's like that really, really cheap puzzle that we got, and then it's like the pieces do fit together in the wrong spots. It's just, it's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a very difficult puzzle, which might be, I don't know if that's intentional.
Yeah. You know what's a very difficult puzzle? This book series.
Oh, nice. Good one. Good one. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so let's get into chapter 3.
Yeah.
A Woman's Eyes. And then we get the chapter symbol of the dragon's fang.
Yes, okay.
And so now this symbol is more just like using Sidene.
Yeah. It's less like bad connotation.
Yeah.
It's more like it's Sidene, and it's like it's Rand now.
It's Rand now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
He's the dragon.
He's the dragon.
Duh. Okay.
Yeah.
So we enter in a Rand perspective, and it's a continuation of where we left off last chapter.
Yeah.
Rand is taking Taim, quote, to the farm.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's not really in quotations. He's legitimately taking him to a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the farm that we speculated a whole lot about. It's like, what is it?
Yeah.
Turns out.
It's a farm.
It's a farm.
Where he's keeping all the people who have showed up. I was completely right.
Like off-site, not in the
Gold
middle
Star.
of the city.
I'm
pretty sure you did say like, oh, maybe at an inn or something. Like, I feel like Basil Gill's name was thrown around. I can't remember. There's a whole...
Basil Gill's name was thrown around.
Yeah.
Okay, the reaon why Basil Gill's name was thrown around was because I was like, hey...
Why didn't he go and say hi?
Why didn't he go and say hi? But it turns out he might have. Because Chuck P on Discord said, you guys wondered about Rand looking for Basil Gill. Well, there's this passage in chapter 1. A good many people had fled Camelin in the days after Rand and the Aiel seized the city. The palace itself nearly emptied overnight. There were people Rand would liked to have found, people who had helped him, but they all had vanished.
Hey!
And so it sounds like Rand might have gone looking
for Basil Gill.
Basil Gill. And Rand assumes that he left.
Vanished. There you go.
Yeah.
That's actually a great call.
So it turns out
yeah,
we just overlooked that, and maybe he did.
Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he did.
But yeah, I'll take the part marks.
For sure.
For the intention of the farm.
Yeah.
Not where it is.
Yeah, at the very end there, you started, like, piecing things together, like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, just side note, LTT is still, like, muttering away in Rand's head right now.
He sure is.
Yeah, he's getting there. He's not, like, full-on ramped up here. He's just, like, yeah.
Okay, so Rand creates a gateway and travels, capital T.
Yep.
Opening up the doorway, and then... Anila.
Yep, you got to start learning the maidens' names here.
Okay, and a bunch of the maidens veil themselves and leap through to the other side like they've done this 1,000 times.
Yes.
And it turns out he's been zip-zapping all over the place.
This is like how he gets around. This is how he travels.
I freaking love it. Like,
it's fantastic.
Why not?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Seriously, why
There's
not?
like almost zero downsides. The only downside would be like, I guess, having to channel and or like learn the spots. He can actually like do it. So like,
right.
You know.
Yeah, but it sounds like the major danger would be the major thing he should watch out for is
cutting people in half
or like just literally opening a gateway like on people.
Yeah.
Or there's danger waiting on the other side of the gateway.
Yeah.
But he's
how do
got
people actually
his
know?
Bodyguards who jump through before he can.
He's got it covered. There you go. But also super
more
effective.
like the maidens have it covered because Rand would prefer that they didn't do this. Actually.
That's true. Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's a good thing he's not in charge of that. So.
Good thing.
Yeah.
I agree. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rand does not expect any danger, but the Aiel do, so they jump through.
Yeah, they're always on the lookout. They're Aiel.
Always. Right? They're always. So Rand explains to Taim, this is a gateway. I'll show you how to make one if you didn't catch it.
Yeah, I love this, like, the battle back and forth, the dynamic between the two of them. It's just like a ego contest. Like,
I'm not loving it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I
can show you slower the next time if you weren't paying attention enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
it takes you more than once to learn it.
I'm just, like, assuming that he doesn't know how to do it. And what kills me is Rand doesn't even know for sure at this point if Taim can channel.
Oh, well, okay.
We get it.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Like, you think that this is actually some imposter guy?
I don't. And Rand doesn't either.
Yeah, like, what would be the play there?
But, we still haven't found out exactly what he can do or can't do.
Okay,
and
fair
Rand's
enough.
just, like, assuming he's so much better.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, he is. He's clearly so much better. But, like, you're right. It's, like, this ego contest.
Yeah.
And I don't even think Rand recognizes that it's an ego contest, and that makes it worse. That makes it so much douchier.
Does LTT recognize that it's an ego contest?
LTT doesn't recognize anything. He doesn't know what's going on. He wants everyone dead.
Yeah.
Don't trust anyone. Kill everyone and then kill yourself.
Right.
That's what LTT is concerned about.
Right.
He could give a fuck what's actually happening.
Oh, man. Book 6 is it's just great. It's off to a fantastic start.
This is wild.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Rand, if you don't know, I'll teach you. And then the maidens are all kind of annoyed with Rand because of the whole sword thing.
Yeah.
And they're using their maiden hand sign language.
Yeah.
I have to ask, because I did note several times in these 2 chapters that the Aiel wear heavy belt knives. And I feel like I always knew this and never paid attention to it.
Sure.
But the fact that they all stare at his sword and hate his sword.
Yes.
And it's like, guys, belt knives and daggers are just mini swords.
No, but you remember why?
Because of the tinker stuff.
Yeah, but why? Never use something that can only be used to kill. You can use a heavy belt knife. You can use a spear as something more than just for killing. There's other functional uses to it. A sword has no purpose but to kill.
Okay.
You can't chop a tree down. You can't really hunt with it. Like, you can't skin an animal with it. It's just not really...
If you tried hard enough, you could probably chop a tree down.
That would ruin the sword.
Not if it's round sword.
Okay, like a power for... Okay,
Yeah.
I get that. But
You
still,
could
it's a
also
thing.
hunt.
It's a thing.
You could hunt.
I'm going to throw my sword at a deer.
No.
I'll wait behind a tree and be like, yeah!
Or like throw it in the air at some geese. I don't know.
It's why you're not allowed to hunt. Okay. Anyways, that's what they got going on here. So it's what they were brought up with, okay? Just go with it.
I know. It's just mini swords. They have mini swords and they're staring at Rand's big sword.
Consider the fact that if you think about a sword is like, whatever, 4 feet or so.
I don't know.
3 of steel.
Yeah.
But their spears are 4 feet, and it's like a 2-and-2 situation.
Yeah.
Where their spear is, the spear head is almost as long as a sword blade anyways.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's
But you
funny.
can throw it better. Like,
Sure,
you can't really javelin a sword.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, and even short spears aren't necessarily the best for, like, throwing.
Yeah, so those are weapons that mostly are only used.
Yeah.
They do throw their swords, and effectively.
Swords or spears?
Spears?
Yeah.
Spears.
Yeah. Okay.
Spears and swords.
Spears and swords. Anyways.
It's our in.
Go
That's
with it.
our in name.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Yeah.
There you go.
The speared and sword.
The speared and the sword.
No, the spear.
Speared?
The spear.
We have 2 chapters left to cover here.
Oh my god, I know, we're just at the beginning. See, that's how you know there's nothing.
Okay.
Nope, sorry, that was rude. People don't like when I...
There's lots.
Bash.
There's lots.
Okay, so Rand and the Maidens are through the gateway.
Yeah.
And then before it closes, there's a shout coming from the Camelin side.
Yes.
And it is Avienda.
Yeah. She's saying, wait, Rand al'Thor, because she's, like, clearly running to try and catch up.
Yeah, and I like the full name business.
Yeah.
Like, I think it indicates that she's pissed.
Okay. We get that whole dynamic, the entire, like, the 2 chapters here. So, I mean, it is interesting.
Yeah, well, the Maidens are annoyed.
Yeah, well, they're annoyed at the sword thing, and then they're annoyed because when he hears her voice, he just closes the gateway.
Yeah, before
He's
she
like,
can make it. It's
nope.
like closing, it's like pushing the close elevator door
Yeah,
button.
when you see someone running.
When you see somebody coming. That's what he did.
Yeah. It's like makes the eye contact, and he's like, nope.
Yeah.
So anyways, that annoys the Maidens even more.
Yeah.
Because of that, and we kind of get a little bit into that because they clearly want this relationship to happen. They don't know what else has happened between them. Like
That's
the maiden...
true. They do not.
Yeah, at one point,
I had a sense, and like we can talk about it. It's obviously in the next chapter.
Yeah.
I had a sense that Rand should just tell them.
Like what has
everything.
actually happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so invested anyway.
That's true.
And Rand can be like, none of this is up to me, by the way. You should probably talk to Avienda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it is up to him a little bit. He should try and wash her hair or something.
Brush it. Don't be too forward.
Well, you know. See, you're getting it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay. I also like that when this happens, Taim like gives him a weird look. He's like, what is happening here?
Don't even worry about it, Taim.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
He's picking up the social dynamics here. Like, he gets
Mind
it.
your business, Taim. Alright, so they all start heading through this forest, and we get no indication of where this is in the world.
Okay.
Or do we?
We're pretty sure this is just Andor.
Okay, this is like Bramwood, probably?
Maybe it's somewhere.
Okay.
It's somewhere like outside of Camelin. We assume it's... Because we gotta get that reference like, hey, it's somewhere where Andorans and Kyrian are coming to because it's like physically closest and there's no Terrans here yet because he's put out the whole amnesty.
Okay.
It's probably somewhere like
See,
relatively
you
close.
definitely pick up
Yeah.
that stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good then. So at this point, while they're walking, Rand thinks that there's probably some things that he can learn from Taim But it's better to start educating Taim first.
Yeah.
Sort of like...
It's like a power dynamic
get the
again.
upper hand. Like,
Yeah.
look at how much I know.
Well, because Taim came into the meeting being like, I can teach you things, but
and Rand wants to be like, no.
Yeah, I can teach you
teach
things.
you.
See, you got it. Okay, maybe you can be the Dragon Reborn.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think I could.
Okay.
All right. So Rand tells him just a whole bunch of stuff. And now I am not against Rand getting the upper hand here.
Sure.
But I also feel like you've known him for 3 seconds and you actually have no idea what his true intentions are.
Okay.
Like, you're sharing a lot of information very quickly to somebody that you don't know if you can 100% trust here.
Oh, okay.
That's my
No, I get it, because
it.
it's a new relationship here, so like,
I just need
fair.
him to be a little more
He is
cautious than he's being. Whether or not this is like Dark Friend territory or not,
Okay.
I feel like Rand shouldn't share everything he's ever learned.
Okay, yeah. So kind of the way I'm looking at it too is like the whole Elida vibe, where it's like, okay, we don't necessarily like her, but just because we don't like her and she's doing things we don't like doesn't inherently put them in the Dark Friend box,
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
right?
last time, okay.
Yeah.
I obviously have this speculation and it's not going away.
Sure. Yeah.
But
Which is like fair, be
that's
cautious.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even if he's not Dark Friend.
Yeah.
Like, even though Elida, not Dark Friend, I don't think we should tell her everything we know.
Yeah.
She's still not
she's
good
ambitious and
person. She's still not good person.
Yes,
she's
true.
still bad person, even if she's not dark person.
Okay.
So, like, this guy might want Rand dead. And
Yeah,
then,
okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah,
like,
yeah.
maybe he does want to learn everything that Rand knows and then kill Rand and be like, look, I'm actually the Dragon Reborn.
Smart, okay.
Maybe he actually still thinks he is.
It's actually a pretty good plan.
Like, right? Rand should not tell him everything he knows.
Okay,
here.
Flip side, the things that he tells Taim right now aren't like crazy big things. They're just catching him up to speed on what might attack you. He's like, hey, the Forsaken are out. There is a bunch of Shadow Spawn. The Shadow Spawn that you've probably heard of in fairy tales are real, like Darkhounds. And if you know Balefire, you can use it, but I'm not going to teach you.
Yeah, but don't use it.
But don't use it unless it's on Shadow Spawn. But like, don't. But also, I'm not going to teach you. So like, the things that he does tell Taim here,
I know.
they're not like crazy secrets.
I know. I just go on edge when he's just like freely sharing information.
Yeah. No, I get that too.
It caught me. It rubbed me the wrong way. Let's say.
And we get Bubbles of Evil. So like,
Bubbles
that's the
of
thing,
Evil.
right? It's all stuff that we know already. So
I know we know it, but
yeah. We know it, and now we know that Rand is catching Taim up to speed. So here we go.
And then Taim has a pretty good poker face.
Yeah, hold on, pause. We did get an LTT thing here too. Gotta point it out.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we actually zoomed over all that, and I do have something I wanted to add also. Okay, go.
One of the important lines is that it's like bits and pieces are drifting across whatever thin barrier is lying between Rand and the voice. So things are like going back and forth. So it's just an interesting way to describe how Rand feels about this voice in his head that is talking to him more and like sharing information. And it's just the whole question that I've asked you before is, is LTT in his head real?
Yeah.
Is this a real dude from the past?
Yes.
Or is it like a same soul problem, or like what's going on
I think
in
it's
reality?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of magic.
Okay, a little bit of magic too.
Like, let's see.
A little magic, little science, a little bit of everything, so.
No science.
Okay.
There's no science here.
Total science.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay. I also wanted to talk about how Rand tells Taim about the ways, and then Rand thinks to himself, but that's a problem for later.
Yeah.
So it's
right.
just like another thing on his list that he like thinks
things
he
wants
can
to correct.
solve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. How do we want to say that? Getting rid of the black wind and all the scary stuff in the ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Giant.
Lifting the taint, if you will.
Okay. A giant fan pointed into one of the doorways, so it blows all the wind. No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then this is where Taim is like, cool, man. I have been in the Blight, and I've killed Trollocs and Murdral before, but I haven't heard of Balefire, and if I see a Darkhound, I'll figure out a way to kill it. And
Yeah.
Rand's like, Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I kind of feel like Rand wants this big reaction from Taim, and he could just be like...
He's not going to get it.
He might be feeling inside like, oh man, there's a lot of stuff, but like he's not going to necessarily just give up his facial expressions here.
No, cool as a cucumber. That's what I was saying, poker face.
It's great.
So now the crew makes it through the woods. They come up to the farmyard, and it's actually just a big old farm.
Yeah, it's actually a farm. There's
chickens, goats, the whole works.
It's a farm. Yeah, it's a farm.
Women,
there's a barn.
Children.
Yep.
And 27 men.
Yeah, this is where we get that they're mostly Andoran and Kyrene because, like, distance.
Yeah.
So they're probably somewhere in Andor.
And there's a whole range of ages on these guys.
Yeah.
But I wanted to clarify something I had speculated on earlier.
Okay.
So I speculated on the fact that there are probably a lot of these men. Because you had said, are there very many of these men who can channel out in the world? And I said, yes, I think so.
Okay.
I think they're out there. And I think they manage to, for the most part, stay hidden.
Okay.
And then I speculated that I didn't think very many would show up to Rand.
Yeah.
Because it's either a trap or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, fair.
And I think that 27 here, like that number didn't shock me.
In a good way? Like, is that a lot to you or not a lot?
I thought that wasn't a lot.
You don't think that's very many?
No.
Okay. So just keep in mind that...
I know that they'd think that it is.
Well, keep in mind that the White Tower has like 40 novices.
The White Tower
like
sucks.
Giant institution.
The White Tower sucks. I don't know if you know this about the White Tower.
Yeah, no, I get it.
They're terrible. They're terrible elitists.
Yeah.
And are terrible at recruiting.
True.
Like, look at the Shanshan. They were excellent at recruiting.
Can you really be bad at something that you literally never try?
Yes.
Like I don't know.
That's called being bad at recruiting if you never try to recruit. Okay. You can't sit around and be like, oh my god, I have no employees. If you don't put out any help wanted signs.
Ah, shoot. Okay.
That's called being bad at recruiting.
I feel like you're putting the blame on me here.
We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas. Anyway, my point is, I think that there are many more people in the world who can channel.
Okay.
And there's just this elitist mentality within the White Tower.
Yeah. Well, we get
Most people that we've met in the world are legit terrified of Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
And it's not, like, good if you have to go there. And so the men especially are laying very low because they don't want to...
Well, and I love the dynamic.
Essentially be killed.
The dynamic in this chapter is a very Rand is against the White Tower in his philosophy behind recruiting too, because he's like, hey, bring your family, bring your kids, because that's gonna, give you a reason to fight harder. It's a whole thing, and we got to get into that once we kind of like learn the dynamics here. But yeah,
right, okay, so. The other thing that was a little bit striking is the age on some of these men.
Yes.
But I do have to say, I don't think that any of these men are actively channeling.
Okay, that's fair too.
And I do think that you have to be actively channeling to feel the taint and then sort of assume the madness that comes with the taint.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that. It was just like you went really heavy on the whole, like, oh my god, Taim is 35 and he's probably been channeling for like 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
It's from everything we know, it's maybe a bit of an outlier, but it's not like a crazy situation here. I don't
know, I go with my gut.
Yeah, I know you do.
It and only steers me wrong about half the time.
So like, hey, it's a good shot. Okay.
All right, so now we get one of the old guys.
Yeah.
Who sees them coming and calls everyone to come to their attention.
Yeah, Dammer.
Rand tells Taim that he has like the afternoon to hang out, and he wants to know how many of these guys he can get tested in that time.
Yeah, because that's the thing is there's 27 guys here, but we don't actually know if these 27 guys can actually channel.
They showed up.
But
we have no way to test.
Exactly.
And then this is where Taim sort of figures out that Rand doesn't know how to test them.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you know how to travel, but you don't know this?
Yeah. Like there's some gaps in his knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. And Rand's like, I don't care why any of these guys are here. I just want to know every man who can channel.
Yeah.
They're part of my army now.
Exactly. And we got that before. He doesn't care the purpose, power, glory, whatever. That's why Taim's allowed to be here right now. because Taim was like, hey, I want power and glory. I want like a slice of that pie.
You're talking a little bit like a dark friend over there.
No, it's not even though. Yes. It's just like people who want stuff. Come on.
I'm pissing you off so much.
Well, I know. It's just like, come on.
I love it.
I understand. If I was Taim, I would totally be the same.
It makes me want to dig my heels in even more the more you fight me on it. So.
You know what? Fine. You're right. Do whatever you want.
Excellent.
Okay. Cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Rand's like, shut your face. It's time to meet your students. Don't worry about what I know and don't know. I'm going to learn right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the big thing, too, because up until this point, Taim wasn't exactly sure what Rand has in store for him.
And he's not happy.
He's not happy because now he's figured out he wants him to be like the teacher.
Yeah.
He wants you to teach the guys and, like, recruit the guys and find the guys.
I don't really want to.
This is the job. And Taim coming in being like, probably had some idea of, like, being a right-hand man sidekick beside Rand.
Doing the fighting and the planning and the plotting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, you're going to be,
This is what you're going to do, so...
yeah.
Teach these country bumpkins.
Yes.
Anything.
Oh, man. Taim hates these guys.
I know.
There's so much, like, shade being thrown. It's crazy. That's just, like, a status thing. Because, I mean, keep in mind, Taim's been, like, he was a proclaimed dragon reborn. He had armies. He, like, led people. He, like... probably killed a whole bunch of people and all that. Like, there's a powered level here that's different, and then he's back to, square one, and he doesn't want to be here.
Right.
He wants a more elevated status.
He definitely does. But, I mean, I think this is pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't knock a teacher.
No, we know you wouldn't. Okay.
But then Rand does explain to him that this is very important, and it's so important that he would do it himself if he had time, and then he goes in his little head spiral about how there's no time.
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough time to do anything he wants to do.
Co-manager position filled up. Here we go.
Yeah, that's funny. On Twitter, we had Generic Fangirl say that we have a manager and co-manager position.
You mean co-manager and co-manager?
That's right.
Okay.
Co-manager and co-manager position. So we got Rand overseeing the big picture
big
stuff.
Big picture and day-to-day.
And yes.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I loved it so much I had to mention it.
That's so good. Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
And then we got Taim doing day-to-day.
And Jimbo doesn't like what's going on right now.
No, he doesn't.
Taim is Jimbo.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Got that. Good one. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and this is also where LTT starts like really picking up, where he's like, don't trust anybody. Trusting people means death.
Never trust. Trust is death.
Yeah. It's pretty
yammering around.
It's getting worse.
Yeah. All right. So Rand tells the people at the farm that this is Mazrim Taim.
Yeah.
And then we just carry on, glaze over that.
Yeah,
and
no
then
big deal.
They're like, oh, okay, he's going to be teaching us going forward.
Yeah.
So there's mixed reactions to this, some eager, some realizing that shit just got real, and then we get a big scene with one guy named Jur Grady.
Yeah, Jur Grady.
All right.
This is important.
And he's like, I think I'm going to be going home now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the wife.
Yes.
And this is where Rand does the whole...
This is the woman with the eyes from the chapter title.
Rand does a guilt trip here.
Yes, he does.
So.
Pretty good one.
It's actually pretty effective.
Yeah, because Rand contemplates a bunch of stuff here. So 5 have left already. And he thinks about how Aes Sedai have been making a big mistake, hiding away from the world.
Yep.
Plus,
shutting themselves off. Yep.
Plus, Aes Sedai think of people who can't channel as just like pieces on a game board. And he also thinks to himself that he only has about a year or two before Tarman Gaiden.
Yeah, so there's like a whole lot to unpack there. So, number 1, a year or two before Tarman Gaiden. Based on what Rand thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's pretty crazy. That's not a lot of time.
No,
2 years have passed in the book so far. Yeah. So, like, what's the real timeline here?
Right.
But I mean, hey, we're down to 3 of 7 seals, so I know you were like, maybe they don't matter at all anymore.
Maybe.
Or maybe the last battle is, like, really soon, actually.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's that, too.
There's that also.
Okay. Because keep in mind, we got a lot of books left. We also got a lot of people and a lot of perspectives and a lot of stuff to do, so...
We have less books left than we used to have.
Well said. Well said. Okay.
Thank you.
Roughly 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had to think about that one because new spring. Okay.
All right.
But anyways, this is what I was talking about, the Rand dynamic with the whole White Tower doing things wrong, shutting themselves off, don't let family in, they don't get married, they don't have kids, right? It's the culling of channelers. it's a whole issue that we've seen over and over again. And Rand is here saying, hey, bring your family, bring your wife, bring your kids, because if you need a reason to fight, right, and fight in the last battle, and this is kind of the guilt trip that he puts Jer Grady on. He's like, hey, man, sure, you can leave. I mean, you can try and go and hide on your farm, and maybe the last battle won't touch you there, and maybe you'll be able to live out, and we're just going to stay behind here, and we're going to do our best to save the world, but you know what? You go take some time off and you go like not do this. That's cool.
Go ahead.
So it's like huge guilt trip. But I agree that with Rand thinking, hey, bring your wife and kids, because if you need a reason to fight, like that's a pretty good reason.
Although in this particular scenario, it seems like this guy is fine with staying and sticking around, and it's the wife who really doesn't want him to stick around and who wants to leave.
Which is also justified because it's like, hey, you don't want to watch your husband go crazy and die and maybe take everyone else with him. So, hey, two sides of the coin. I get both opinions. I get it.
Yeah, that's fair. But now it's time for Taim to start testing the men. And Rand is just so impatient with all of this business, because Taim is starting to like take down the names of everybody. Like doing a roll call. Attendance.
Well, that's what Rand told him to do, and then Taim got impatient. He's like, you know, screw the names. I'll do that tomorrow.
Oh, is it Taim who said? Oh, yeah. I thought it was Rand who was like, actually, never mind. Yeah. Just get it done.
Taim's impatient. Rand's crazy.
Oh, good duo.
Yeah.
All right.
Co-manager and co-manager.
So Taim picks out one of the old guys first to see if he can channel. So he goes on a description of like how to test.
It's Dammer, the old guy.
Dammer, the old guy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You gotta learn their names. Come on.
Okay. I will once they start doing things.
He's doing stuff. He's the guy.
He is, okay.
Well, and again, Taim picked this guy because he's like, there's no way this guy is going to be the one who can do
channel.
it. So.
He doesn't think any of these guys can.
No, he doesn't think so.
Yeah. And so he starts explaining how to do this. Like the guy he like puts a little flame in the air.
Yeah.
And then this is where Rand is like, oh, good. He can channel.
He can actually channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice. Like, okay, I'm going to give points to Taim here because he explains how to do the test, but he does it as an explanation in a way for the people here, not for Rand. So he's like basically covering for Rand's ignorance of how to do this while still giving Rand information.
Yeah.
So he's not a complete, jerk.
No.
He's not a bad guy.
No.
He's still he's trying to like cover for Rand. I feel it's a good thing.
I know that. I think that in the end it's like fine. I just think Rand should have his guard up a little more than he does.
Tear the walls down. Come on, open up with your feelings. Let's do this. Okay. Anyways, the test, I love it because it's flame and void, basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a flame. Focus on it. Feed all your energy and emotion into it.
Yeah. And then 10 minutes.
10 minutes or so.
Yeah, and you're listening for the resonance. You can feel it.
Resonance. We're going to detect it if you can start to channel.
Yeah.
But this test goes faster if you use more power.
Yeah.
And bad stuff happens if you use too much.
Yes, so there's like a fine line to walk there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. But then the test starts.
Yep.
10 minutes or so.
Yep. And I think the biggest thing to take out of this test here is that it's like it's like 7 or 8 minutes or whatever, and then Rand detects the resonance, and he thinks
he feels some strength coming from the old guy.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the whole Egwene and Moiraine testing, when it was like, oh, it was Moiraine, and the last like light flicker was Egwene, and then she got super excited because like, ooh, the last one was me.
Yeah.
Right? It's similar to that in that sense, where it's like the resonance, it's a bit of a kickback from Dammer.
Yeah.
But he's not channeling or doing anything right now. It's not Dammer who's actually doing this stuff. But Rand thinks to himself that, ooh, I detected it, and then Taim let the test go on for like another minute or two, but he didn't sense anything else in that extra minute or two. So Rand comes out of this thinking, oh, I detected it before Taim did.
Yeah, but I don't really know if
that might not actually be true.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, actually.
He might just be like listening for another minute or two to see if there is anything else. There might be more kickback or whatever.
He might be stronger or whatever. There might be more to it.
Yeah. Because
Rand
thinks he got it first.
He's too arrogant about all this.
Exactly.
And there's that smudgeness.
There's the smudgeness. There you go.
Right.
Okay.
Now, Taim tells Dammer that they'll find out how strong he can be after some time, and only time will tell for all these men.
Yeah, which is a notable difference from women. Yeah.
Because they can tell right away?
Yeah, they can tell because it's like a straight line and it's a straight improvement trajectory for women of what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Taim instructs Dammer to pay attention while he tests the others, so hopefully he can catch on and also learn how to test others. So this is Taim effectively starting his micromanaging.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Or like delegating tasks.
Yeah, and Rand tells him that too. Like the first thing that you have to teach them is how to test so you can find more people who can channel.
That's
more numbers.
The idea. More
that
numbers.
Is the idea, yeah.
Now, Rand seeing what he wanted to see is like, okay, cool, Taim. Keep on with this. I'll see you later. I'll come back tomorrow.
Yep, this is your job now.
Yeah, and I'm going to remind you that I'm trusting you.
Yes. Okay. We got LTT yammering more about trust and Ileana. And Rand thinks to himself that Bashir is still waiting. And this is where we get the reference to Weiramon is waiting.
That's right.
This is the first reference here where it's like, oh, that guy around. That we casually mentioned last episode there.
Yeah, that was a good casual mention,
There we
Brett.
go. Boom. Okay,
Good
where's
one.
that guy? Anyways.
What's he doing?
We figured out where he is. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But Taim does not want Rand to leave. He's like, wait a minute. I thought you were going to learn how to do this and then we were going to do this together.
Like, no, man. We're not doing this.
This is your job. I got other shit to do.
Yeah.
This is day to day.
Day to day micro.
I got some big picture stuff to focus on.
Microgement. Okay.
So he comes up and he's like, listen, don't dump this all on my shoulders. You can learn to do this too. Probably just like watch 5 or 6 more.
Yeah.
And Ron's like, I already picked it up the first time, idiot.
Yeah, just like that whole traveling thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is the interesting part here because, again, coming back to the dynamic between Taim and Rand, we have to get used to this because this is clearly the dynamic going forward right now, where Taim is in charge of the school of teaching and educating all these guys, and Rand is just going to, like, bum off and do his own thing, and Taim doesn't like that, obviously, but...
No, that wasn't the role he signed up for.
Well, technically it is. He said he was going to serve Rand.
Oh, no, I know that.
That's the thing, is that Taim had a different image of what that would look like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not what he expected, but that's what it is, so you just got to get used to it. So, he's going to have to deal.
Mm-hmm. And then Rand gives Taim instructions to walk the edge with their training, teach them as much as they can learn, as fast as they can learn it.
Yes.
And Taim is like, teach them what? Things that can be weapons, I'm guessing? And Rand's like, yup.
Okay.
And then we get that, like, the guy who we just got, who has, like, a flicker of ability to channel, it's going to take him weeks to even understand how to touch the true sword.
Yeah, but that's the same for women, too.
I know, but
yeah.
Rand is like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do it. Doesn't matter if it takes weeks.
We have a year or 2 until the last battle.
Figure it out.
We got, like, 2 years. Crash course. This is like trade school,
yeah,
right?
You figure it out. Test before anything else and start recruiting. And then this is where Taim asks Rand if he means to match the Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
And yes, that does seem to be a good idea.
Yes.
More channelers seems better.
More channelers. And he has lots of enemies, so he needs soldiers so he can crush those enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we still don't know where the Aes Sedai are going to land on the whole Rand thing.
Not really.
And he doesn't, so he needs his own Aes Sedai. Like his own guys doing their own thing that are under his control.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this.
Well, and this is where Rand goes on a bit of a monologue about what he wants to accomplish.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Break it down.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, okay, you want me to break down. Okay,
yeah.
So he wants to build something so he can leave behind something. And that's important because we actually got that with Moiraine. So he's already doing that. Do you remember? What is he doing? You're nodding, but I don't know if you actually know.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so remember he's doing that whole like little school thing in Cairhien?
Teaching people trades?
Yeah, he started a trade school.
Okay.
No, he started basically like a university. So anybody who's like smart can come to Cairhien and like do their smart stuff. And
teach other people their stuff.
Not necessarily. Like, they can research, they can do stuff. They, like, the telescope guy, like, all those people are coming to Cairhien right now. And Moiraine, that was a specific question.
I thought they were doing it to teach other people how to do their skills.
Well, not necessarily. Like, probably a little bit of that, too. But Moiraine specifically said that men often think about what they'll leave behind in this world. So Moiraine, like, understood that he was, like, starting, like, a little Rand university or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're doing their whole, like, research and whatever. So probably some teaching, but, like, I mean, we don't know the
Oh,
specifics.
I thought it was like telescope guy is now teaching a bunch of other people about how to make telescopes.
Which, like, also might be true. We don't know the dynamics of it, but he definitely started, like, his own little Rand university there. So we got that. I think it was, like, last book or maybe TSR, can't remember. But
Okay.
So that's the one thing. He wants to leave something behind. Then he definitely wants to defeat the Dark One. That makes sense.
I mean, like, obvious.
Pretty high up on the list. Then he wants to cleanse Sidene. So
Right.
men don't have to fear going mad, and the world doesn't have to fear men channeling.
Cool.
And that's when Taim says the whole, like, whoa, cleanse Sidene, that's going to take a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, do you have a sangreal you think could actually ...
And then Rand is like, never mind what I have or don't have.
Don't worry about it.
None of this is your business.
He's got a bunch of sangreal, though.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Which ones does he
Academy
have?
Awards.
Yeah, he's got the
Are
two.
those sangreal?
The man and woman.
Yeah.
Those are, yes. Those are the most powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the big
Those are
statues.
the ones that I said.
Yeah.
Rand is going to need to team up with Egwene and Nynaeve.
Okay.
Who also really, really, really want to help him cleanse Sidene.
Fair. Well, okay.
Well,
Okay.
Egwene, I haven't heard her talk lately about wanting to help Rand.
Nynaeve definitely wants to help Rand.
Yeah, Nynaeve for sure. She's just all about, like, how do I heal everything?
Yeah.
Specifically this and gentling / stilling.
Yeah. He also has another sangreal, too.
Right. Hold on.
You can figure it out. You got this.
Calendar.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay. That is.
Yes.
That is what that is.
That is what that is.
Cool.
Cool.
He feels like he can do anything with that sword.
Yeah. Ooh. But this is what I've been saying from the start.
Yeah.
This is like literally
Cleanse
from the
Sidene.
beginning. I was like, there's no way he's just gonna go off, not go crazy. Like, I don't know. With it's all still being all tainty.
Sure. So do you think
to
that
figure out a way to get rid of the taint?
this is the question though, is
Yeah.
because, like, okay, let's say hypothetically that does happen the way that you might think that it happens.
Yes.
Okay. Now, does that mean that Rand stops being crazy, or is he, like, stuck at his current level of craziness going forward? You know what I mean? Like, is it like you get to revert back to your pre-crazy self, or is it like however crazy you were when things get fixed, like that's where you stay?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like maybe you stay how crazy you are, but then the more you channel with no taint,
Ooh.
the saner you get.
Juice cleanse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of like a
Yeah. Juice cleanse.
maybe you need like a healing type of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. That's
All
great.
right. I'm not laughing at your juice cleanse joke.
I feel like you should.
I know.
It's not the worst joke I've ever made.
I just don't think you actually know what a juice cleanse
No, I have
is.
no idea. But it's like, I'm pretty sure you, like, drink a lot of juice and then it's like your body gets cleansed out because you're just drinking juice.
I mean, like, it's medium.
It's like a lot of sugar, probably, but...
It's like based in medium amount of science.
Okay.
It's like nothing.
That's the best...
It's like no science.
That's the best kind of diet. I heard that drinking lots of whiskey is actually the best for my health.
Improves eyesight.
New study says.
Is it just you?
It's my study.
Yeah, okay.
I'm publishing it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not peer reviewed.
No, it's not.
Actually, I could probably find some peers who could review it.
Oh my god, that is not what that means.
Oh man.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, anyway, so Rand, who's like sharing all this information, is like, all this information I shared is not your business. Leave me alone.
Don't worry about what I was monologuing about.
Yeah. And now, before Rand leaves, he tells Taim to watch out for any students that learn too quickly, because one of the Forsaken might try to slip in among the students.
Yeah, Taim does actually
Like
feel
a double
like...
take.
He's like, wait, what?
He's like, why? Why would they do that?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They want to come to... You want to come here?
Yeah. And then Rand's like, well, wait a minute. How strong are you? How much power can you hold?
Yeah, okay, this is
Watch
great.
this, how much power I can hold.
Yeah. But he doesn't say that.
No.
LTT says that.
No. And then Taim hesitates a moment, and then he's like,
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We're going to do this.
But there's no way to know for sure if Taim is like actually holding as much as he can.
Yeah, he's faking. Plus, there's no glow around him like for women. So,
Right.
yeah, it's fun little differences like that.
But not that fun, because maybe he's faking.
Yeah, but let's talk about how strong he is.
And then Rand thinks it's almost as much as he can hold.
Yeah, so Taim is freaking strong.
Is he stronger than Rand? I was confused by this whole sequence.
Probably not, no.
Okay.
No, he's like, oh man, he's almost as strong as I am.
Okay.
Right? Unaided. So,
Got
he
it.
also has his little Angreal.
Yes.
So, if it came down to it, Rand can easily, Rand can take Taim. But it's important to note that if you think about the scale of, our the women, Egwene and Nynaeve and stuff, compared to Rand, who's so much far above, and Taim is, close to Rand.
Yeah.
Taim is incredibly strong.
I know. And I think that that's probably one of my biggest sort of gripes about this entire series. Because it gets pumped up like crazy. Everyone's like, this is amazing. The women protect the world. They're so strong. Men can't channel the power. They go crazy. It's a women's world. But then, when you come down to it, the men are significantly stronger than the women.
Okay, asterisk, though, men can't group up together.
Yeah, maybe I just don't know enough.
Any few women, any group of women can take any man.
I know,
matter.
but one-on-one.
Yeah, but guys don't have the option to even team up. That's a thing.
Okay, which I mean, I don't know enough, I think, off the top of my head about all of the little intricacies between men and women.
Yeah.
It does seem like there are certain little things.
That's the issue, is there are differences.
Comparison, we get men being significantly stronger than women.
But I mean, would you like it better if women were significantly stronger but couldn't form a circle?
Yeah.
You would like that better, that men can form circles to beat any woman.
I mean, I don't like either of them, but probably actually. I probably would like that better.
Okay. All right.
Because that's sort of the feel of the book. That's kind of what we're going for.
Yeah. But it's also talking about
from where I'm standing anyway. Yeah. It does seem like it's a women's world.
Yeah.
They're so strong. They're the best. And I love that. I love that feeling of the books, that these women are so strong and powerful. And it just kind of irks me that, these men are just...
It's kind of like muscle density, muscle distribution for guys. There's lots of women who are stronger than lots of guys, but at the upper echelons of strongest people, it's going to be...
I know that. I get it.
And that's how it's written.
I know that, and that's why I'm annoyed by it. Because everything about gender norms and tropes in this book so far... It's
kind of flipped around.
Has kind of been flipped.
Yeah.
And so the fact...
But not 1-to-1. You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from. I get it.
It's just it's a little irk. In the back of my mind. And I know that there are these things that women can do that make them better or stronger, or not better, but I don't know.
Yeah, I would say better.
Okay. And that's fair.
Yeah, I mean...
But this is just one. And maybe my opinion will change by the end when I maybe understand things a little better.
Yeah, okay.
But right now, where I'm sitting...
Not so much.
It annoys me.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, let's get back to LTT thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is where Taim seizes Saidin.
Yep.
And then Rand doesn't think about it. And then LTT's like, let's do this. Yeah. And then he seizes as much Saidin as he can hold.
Yeah.
And then Taim drops it. And then Rand realizes, oh no, I'm holding all of the Saidin.
Yes.
And it wasn't because me. It was because this crazy guy in my head
did it.
And
then and then LTT is ranting. Kill him! Kill him!
Kill them all! Kill them all!
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Rand
good.
Screams at the voice in his head to shut up.
Yeah.
And then the voice vanishes.
Boom, done. Figured it out.
You hurt his feelings.
He'll be back.
He's gonna go sulk in his room for a while.
Give him a day. He'll be fine tomorrow, probably.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what's going on there.
Will.
We'll see what's going on. But yeah, then Taim sees how much Rand can hold and is like, oh shit, you're strong. Cool. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and then that's when Rand doubles down to the whole look out for anyone who learns too fast because it might be a Forsaken in disguise. And then Taim's like, yeah, okay. And he even bows to Rand before he leaves.
Yeah, so that was actually probably a positive thing.
Just to be like, hey, by the way, this is where I'm at, this is where you're at, so...
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you're not just some kid.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm sure, how Taim was
possibly in his brain.
Viewing him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing, too, is or could Taim be stronger than Rand? I mean, just from what we know, probably not. That wouldn't really make sense. The dragon was, the most powerful dude. he probably is again. It doesn't make sense that there's going to be someone who's like more powerful than Rand.
It didn't cross my mind that Taim might be more powerful than Rand.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now, Rand leaves, and the maidens start talking to Rand about how he shouldn't tire himself out so much, and they start, like, mothering him.
Yeah.
And how he needs a wife to look after him. Hint, hint, Avienda.
Should totally be her. Yeah.
And he should be like, well, I asked her to marry me, and she doesn't want to, so maybe you should go talk to her. Like, I wonder how that would go.
Yeah, it's, there's a lot of information, and Rand thinks about, like, there's information they don't know that they're not operating on, but he also won't kiss and tell, so.
Tell them the information.
It's not going to do that.
Because would that dishonor Avienda?
Probably.
Ooh.
And she would probably feel the same way, too. Like, if she's not telling her, like, well, they're not spear sisters anymore, but, like, if she's not telling because she is, like, a wise one apprentice, like, there is a bit of a different dynamic there still,
like, if she doesn't want people to know.
Yeah.
Then he shouldn't say.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, man, these maidens are annoying.
Yeah, no, I get that too.
I don't know if I'd be able to be as closed-mouthed as Rand is.
I know that you wouldn't be able to. I know that. Like, really? You're gonna hedge on that one?
Yeah. I can, like, keep secrets when it's somebody else's, though.
Sure.
But in this situation...
It's affecting you personally.
It's like,
I'm pretty sure you're going to say
this isn't my problem, turns out.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right. So they give him a shufa because they're like, it's hot out.
It's really important.
But Rand does like it. He likes having it.
Note the shufa. It's on from here. Go from this point. This is when he puts it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he wears it.
He wears it.
It's hot out.
The entire time.
Yeah.
The whole time.
I know.
Yeah.
It's good.
Whole time.
I like it.
He looks super Aiel when he's wearing a shufa too.
Oh yeah, well he looks Aiel when he's not wearing one.
Yeah, and it's like the shufa makes it like even doubly down so. But it's like he goes into the next chapter and spends the entire meeting with all the wetlanders in a shufa.
You know,
the whole time.
And he doesn't even
notice.
Think one time about how he must be coming across.
No.
I don't think he cares, though.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
But also, like, he does sort of care about how he's, like, portrayed. And I'll point it out. But it's funny. The shufa goes on here. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then Rand wonders if Taim knows the trick to ignoring the heat and cold like the Aes Sedai do.
Yeah. Fun little secret.
Fun secret. So, Rand says he doesn't have time to waste. And then the maidens make a joke that he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
And then he thinks about how he does not understand Aiel humor, which is going to carry forward for 1,000,000 more years.
Yep.
And then there's a bunch of recap about Rand's heritage that we already know.
Yes.
About his mother and the maidens and...
We do. I want to just, like, highlight one point so it, sinks in for you, too. That we do know that any child born of a maiden, that is, like, it's given to another woman by the wise ones, so that no maiden knows who the child was given to. But to the maidens, Rand is all of the children come back, and he's the first child of a maiden to ever be known to everybody.
Yeah.
So that's again...
a big deal for them.
It's a huge deal, and that's why they all treat him the way that they do.
Yeah.
It's like a returned son.
I actually do like that they treat him like this.
It's super sweet. Yeah.
I do like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So now we get the question about where is he going to go?
Yeah.
Because he could go to Bashir. There's still time.
Sneaky secret plan.
And Bashir's clearly waiting for Rand.
Rand has to go on a carefully casual visit.
To Bashir?
Yes.
Okay.
Carefully casual visit.
Which Bashir is, like, waiting for.
Yeah. And he doesn't go
He doesn't go.
He doesn't do it.
It sounds bad that he doesn't do this.
It's interesting. It's weird. Yeah.
I really thought he was going to.
Yeah. At some point, but he doesn't.
Yeah. And since Avienda might be anywhere in the vicinity...
He does not do that thing.
He does not do that thing.
Yeah.
And then we get a recap about that complicated relationship.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's very complicated.
And so the decision for Rand is quite easy. Bashir will have to wait. And then Rand is going to go visit Wyrmon in Tyr.
Yes. So near
Tyr.
Near Tyr.
So he opens the gateway, the maidens start through, and then Rand looks back at the men being tested. And then that's when the wife is still staring daggers at Rand.
Yes. Okay, so there is the super sneaky secret plan about a casual visit to Bashir that's going to be even more casual if it's left till super late. There's like a plan within a plan that we don't know about, and we still really don't know about after next chapter 2.
Okay, so maybe this is kind of part of it. And then in his brain, he's like justifying it with the Avienda stuff.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, but we have no idea what the actual super sneaky secret plan is.
Because when Bashir was like, are we still on?
Wink, wink. Are we still on?
Are we still on for you checking the horses?
The troops, yep.
The troops or something, you know?
Whatever that was.
Are their manes brushed nicely?
Yes.
Are you going to be checking?
I will come check the horses.
Yeah. And then Rand says, I will be there if I can, or something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
He gives a firm maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Because I was actually feeling for Bashir, who might actually be waiting for Rand.
Yeah. Which is like, maybe. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's the end of this chapter. We get into chapter 4. Wow, we talked for a long time about that chapter. That's very surprising for me.
Yeah,
okay.
that was a lot.
That was a lot.
That was good.
We talked a lot about stuff that actually didn't even happen in this chapter. That's why. Anyway, so chapter 4 is called A Sense of Humor, which is funny.
It is funny.
But only like some of this chapter is actually funny. It goes on too long.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the chapter symbol is 2 ravens.
Ooh, what does that denote?
Ooh, spies.
Ooh, okay.
Right? Dark One spies?
Sure, Dark One spies, okay.
Well, that's what's directly mentioned in the chapter.
It is, yeah.
That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
Spies, and then also like possibly dark friends. Mostly spies.
Okay. No, I like it.
Probably both.
Sure, I like it.
Okay.
It's good.
So, we're sticking with Rand. He steps through the gateway. A second later, pops up about 800 miles south from where they were in Andor.
Yeah, so that's our confirmation that they were in Andor.
You know what? You're right. And I just, like, paid no attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, he's opened the gateway directly into his tent. That's amongst the army that's gathered here.
Yep.
And it's on the border of Tyr, on the plains of Merido.
Yes.
Merido.
Yeah, and this is basically the open space between Tyr and Ilion.
You know, I looked at the map.
Yeah.
And I had to ask you, what is happening in this section of the world?
Yeah.
Because the lines of, like, the country borders, it looks like it's still kind of in Kyrian. Like,
yeah.
nation.
So here's the thing, and we got this from like Ingtar way back in the day, right? His whole deal is that all the nations are retreating. The entire world isn't just like made up of country lines that people own territory up until certain points. There's a lot of blank spots on the map. There's a lot of unclaimed territory. So Tyr is literally like the one big city and a few villages and whatever, and they claim a certain area, but it doesn't go up to Ilion's borders. There's a huge expanse of just like dead land.
Yeah.
That's not owned by anybody.
But it has a name.
It does, and that's the same throughout the entire world. So yeah, it might look like Kyrian is sort of, that might be like, but not even. There's 0% chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I also like how he's opening his gateway into his tent where nobody else is.
Smart.
Because I know that a lot of the, like, Kyrianans and the Terrans are going to be uneasy around him channeling.
Yeah.
So that's, like, a smart move.
Also, not cutting people in half.
Also, although some of those people really could use to get cut in half.
That's true.
They kind of all suck.
Shave off just like a little bit.
Just like, ugh.
Nick a finger. Like, come on, guys.
The worst.
Okay, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of soldiers here.
Huge army.
Yeah.
Like 1,000,000 times Ilion.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, not that much.
Yeah, that much.
It's like 250,000 guys.
Literally.
Here. There's like probably around 250,000 soldiers.
Okay, it's a lot.
It's a crazy amount of guys. Yeah.
Yep. But like 200,000 of them are Aiel.
Yeah, and probably roughly about 50,000 are wetlanders. Yes. So
that's important to note too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Aiel.
Especially because the Aiel are like, fuck these guys.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. What are we doing here?
All right, so, you know, we're going to get so many names here, and I think you're going to be annoyed with me because I don't want to say any names.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. That's okay.
Okay, let's go.
Yep.
So there are some Aiels.
Yep.
Guarding this tent.
Yeah, they're the Thunderwalkers.
That's right, okay.
Yep.
And the Aiel keep it guarded constantly, whether or not Rand's actually in there. And we get a recap of the whole bunch of the Aiel wearing crimson cloth around their temples, around their head.
The Saswaya Aman.
Right.
Spears of the dragon, or more accurately, spears owned by the dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Rand has nothing to do with this, and no one will answer his questions about it.
Yep.
And the maidens won't wear them.
Yes.
Or don't wear them.
There's no maidens who do wear them, but nobody talks about it. We're not going to talk about it.
We're not talking about it.
Yeah. And then Roydan is the head of the Thunderwalkers, and he's like here.
He's here.
Yeah,
That's
he's the dude.
guy.
We actually haven't heard him before.
Sure.
Yeah, this is like the first time we like really get this guy's name and who he is.
Okay.
So.
Is he somehow different from any of the other clan chiefs? Nope.
No.
Okay,
he's not.
moving on then.
Okay.
All
well,
right.
he's ahead of this society, so yeah.
Cool. So Rand asks this guy if Weirmon is around, and then he tells Rand that none of the Aiel have been asked to join in the Wetlander meetings in 3 days.
Yeah, they're getting cut out here.
Yeah.
That's not very fun for anybody, so.
No. Especially considering that the Aiel could literally slaughter them all in 3 seconds.
That's true, yeah, they could.
And maybe they should include them. Just
maybe.
saying. Like, they don't know the honor system that the Aiel have. And the Aiel could give a fuck about these tree killers.
They're not all tree killers.
Wetlanders? They all suck.
No, only the Kyrianan are the tree killers.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Come on.
well,
You should know that by now.
how did the Aiel know? Well, there are Kyrianans here, though.
Yes.
So
yeah.
they all could easily get slaughtered, and the Aiel would not care.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's yeah.
Okay. Is it bad that I kind of hope that happens?
Uh
Because I kind of hate all of these High Lords, and I think that they're the worst. And I think they're doing nothing for Rand.
yeah, they're not. It's politics.
It's so terrible. Like, just off with their heads.
Let's get into
I'm like the Queen
this
of Hearts
is why
over here.
That's why you're not allowed to rule a nation. See, Rand just says off with your head if you disobey me too much.
Yeah, which, that works.
It does.
But,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst.
I'll give you like the important stuff that we like need to pull out of here for the people.
All right. So first, though, we're gonna get some examples of some Aiel humor. It's been a little while.
These are good jokes.
It's been a minute since we've got some Aiel jokes. So,
okay,
one of the maidens.
You do the maidens, and I'll do the Thunderwalker
Okay.
one. Okay.
Do you know why they are called Thunderwalkers? Because even when they're standing still, you keep looking to the sky expecting to see lightning. Is that a fat joke?
I don't know. I don't actually. understand.
Thunderwalker, in my mind, is
Yeah.
like they like have are like heavy footed.
Don't even know.
Like they go boom boom when they walk.
Yeah.
You know, Thunderwalkers.
It
Sounds like a fat joke.
Maybe. I couldn't tell you. I'm not.
I feel like that's
okay.
Okay.
Let's get the people's opinions. Explain the jokes to us.
Explain it. Okay.
And on that note, like you're gonna have to explain Rand's joke too later.
I also don't get Rand's joke.
Okay.
I don't get anyone's
And
jokes.
then the Thunderwalker jumps super high in the air and does like not a backflip,
this
but
one
like
I get.
Yeah, well, yeah, this one is an easy one. Do you know why maidens use hand talk? Because even when they are not talking, they cannot stop talking.
That's a women talking joke.
Women talking.
That one I get.
Hilarious. Okay.
All right.
The next one actually I do get, and it's pretty funny.
Explain it to me.
Okay.
Only Thunderwalkers would see honor in guarding an empty tent. Next time they call for wine, if the guy shine bring them empty cups, they will no doubt get drunker than we get on Usquai.
Yeah, so Usquai is whiskey, and they're saying, hey, they're guarding an empty tent, so there's not like a lot of honor in the empty tent, such as the empty cup that they're going to drink from and get drunk from, right? There's no honor there, but they're going to do it anyways.
But it
versus
turns
us
out the
drinking
maidens
whiskey.
have won this round of jokes.
They did, and there's definitely some flirting going on too.
Okay.
There's flirting, and then it's like, that's how you can show your sense of humor. And then I also like the fact that there's like the respect of like, oh, you won this round. So it's not it doesn't get like lower cut.
What does translate here is the style of humor.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know very much about Aiel, and I think that you have to like obviously like grow up in the Aiel to fully understand
For sure.
the nuances. But obviously this style of humor is like sarcasm, and
It's a lot of physical humor too.
it's wit, and then also like making fun of somebody.
Yeah.
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 These are like your mama jokes, your fat jokes, your
Can't stop talking jokes.
how stupid are you jokes.
Yeah.
Like
I like it.
it's like, oh, I'm gonna make fun of you, and that's funny. But then it's also the other side of like, I'm gonna make fun of you, and that's flirting with you.
Yeah. Which
Right?
is like also a thing.
Yeah.
But you don't stoop so low. Like if they beat you in a round of jokes, you don't like stoop to a lower level to insult them.
No, because
It's
that
like
would just be insulting.
Yeah, then you bang on your shields and you're like, yeah, you win this round.
Haha, you
Haha.
got me.
Yeah. Can I brush your hair? You know, it's all
Whatever,
good. Okay.
Yeah. No. They would never want to brush a maiden's hair, probably.
Oh, you know. They can have relationships.
No, I know, but they just can't marry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. But I feel like the brushing the hair, that's like a proposal.
Yeah, that's like a more
very,
assertive.
very significant.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right.
Okay, anyway, so that's the type of humor I can get on board with, and I can understand. Rand's joke is stupid. Anyway, so Rand is just like looking over everything that's like going on.
Yeah, and he's inspecting the war camp.
Yeah, we get a description of everything. There are Tyrion and Kyrianen. Tyron and Kyrianen. Did I say that right?
No. Taryn. Taryn and Kyrianen.
All right, anyway.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. Nobles from both nations don't like foot soldiers.
Yes, the whole cavalry thing we've seen before.
Yeah, and so there's a bunch of tensions between the Terrans.
Yeah.
And the Kyrianen.
Yeah.
Plus, Rand put a bounty out on rats and ravens.
And they don't even like believe this stuff, but they do it because he's paying for it.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's a good summary. That's like all the important stuff. I mean, the Kyrianen and Terrans, like, they've fought before, and there's a lot of bad blood, and, you know, it is what it is.
It's all not good.
Yeah, but they hate the Aiel more than anybody else, so it's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and so now we get some maidens talking back and forth a little bit. I don't think any of this matters at all.
No, not really.
But we basically get a back and forth about they were flirting.
Yeah, and Isla thinks, like, oh, one of them's probably cute. And has nice hands and all that stuff. So.
Strong hands.
Strong hands, okay. And that's when Sulan's like,
hey,
Rand.
Like, hey, Rand, don't you think Isla's funny?
That was
didn't
funny.
Even laugh. That's rude.
Nobody, we think you don't actually have a sense of humor.
You have no sense of humor. And then Rand rounds on them so suddenly that a few of them think that there's an attack. And then Rand clears his throat and then tells the funniest joke he's ever heard. Like this.
It's like the funniest joke from the Two Rivers, for sure.
This must be like the top joke.
Yeah, top joke.
He's like, you don't think I have a sense of humor? Get this.
Boom, lay it on me. Okay, we're not gonna.
Are you gonna tell it?
No, I'm not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna tell a joke. What I think is the funniest part of this is the Maidens' reaction to Rand telling jokes, because after the joke, they're like, because
it's a story. It's a storytelling.
Yeah, it's storytelling
not
joke.
Making fun of. Well, it isn't making fun of someone, sort of, but it's like, it's not like, hey, Anaya, you talk too much.
Yeah,
it's
Anila. Yes,
you talk too much.
There's an Anaya, which is the issue.
I don't
There's an Aes Sedai.
I honestly, I don't care.
Anaya is a blue Aes Sedai?
I literally could not care less than I care about that right now.
Okay.
Anyway, it's not... Instead of him, like, turning around and then, like, saying something bad about the Thunderwalkers. Or, like, the Maidens.
Yeah.
Which would, like, have them laughing. He tells this stupid story joke.
But guys climbing a tree, and then someone's rude, and then one of them falls out of the tree, and then lies in the mud. The whole the funniest part is the Maidens don't understand it, and they think like, hey, does this have something to do with the water? Is that the punchline?
Is that the joke?
And then one of them's like, no, the rooster, I think, was the punchline. But like,
anyway, Rand, you'll have to explain it to us, sweetie.
Yeah, it's like this.
We'll
it's
get
so good.
It later.
And they do it again to him later. They're like, was that a joke? Like, we don't.
You'll have to explain it to us.
Yeah,
we understand you're trying to make jokes.
Good try, Rand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's just like, fuck it, and he just like leaves.
Yeah.
It's really great. It's actually a good scene. So, anyway, we get to some other stuff. Rand is approaching Weirmont's tent. There are defenders of the stone here.
Yeah, okay. Keep in mind, he's still wearing a shufa.
Right.
And this is where he does the thing to the defenders.
I thought
because
you were going to say shoes.
No,
I know,
his
you
shufa.
Said, like, you emphasized the shoe in shufa, and my brain thought you were about to say he's still wearing shoes.
That's where the emphasis goes, is on the shoe part, not the fa part.
I know.
It's not a shufa.
I was like, who cares if he's wearing shoes?
So here's the thing. He was in the stone with the defenders, and he knows their, like, battle call. So he does, like, a super low-key, the stone still stands to them, and he gets, like, some smiles back. Yeah. So, like, he clearly cares about his image to the Wetlanders here.
And then we get, like, this recap from what?
The Dragon Reborn.
The end of the Dragon Reborn.
Yeah.
From when he was defending the stone from the Trollocs and Murdral.
The Trollocs and the Murdral, yeah, that invaded. It's like the stone still stands.
Yeah. So
he's doing, like, a fist bump with these guys, basically, like an emotional fist bump.
I remember, dudes.
Yeah.
My dudes.
But he's still in the shufa, and he's still, like, Aiel looking.
With Aiel.
With Aiel
bodyguards.
And they're all, like, super uncomfortable with everything that's going on, so.
Yeah. All right.
But, like, he's still got it on, so.
Yeah, and then we get a bunch of description of tents and carpets. And stuff, so.
Yep.
High Lord Weirmont is here. And a few other of the High Lords are, and some Lesser Lords. And Weirmon says, all hail the Lord Dragon, soon to be the conqueror of Ilion.
Yeah, that's important.
All hail the Lord of the Morning.
That's also important.
And Ron's like, ooh, that's an LTT title. Also, hey, where'd that guy go?
Yeah.
It's been awfully quiet.
Yeah.
In my head.
So there's like a whole bunch of stuff that is important here too, because Rand is like super in his mind, in his own head. This entire conversation, he is zoning out super hard a whole bunch.
Yeah, which is like Rand's style.
Yeah.
There's always something else Rand is thinking about.
He's distracted.
He's easily distractible.
He's very, very rarely like in the moment.
Because the last time, remember when he was talking to those Terran High Lords, threatening to hang them?
Yeah.
And then he lights the whole like papers on fire and
totally.
shit. That entire conversation, he was like thinking about women.
Yeah. He's
like,
a very like
he's just like the whole time he was like, what's happening with those women?
Can't keep his head straight.
Yeah.
He's going a little bit insane.
But like, I don't know if that's what that is. I think that might just be a Rand character trait.
He's got a lot going on. I have no time.
Yeah.
I have to think about other things. Okay, there are important names here with the 4 High Lords. Okay, so quick summary so you know who these guys are.
Sunamon.
Okay,
I wrote
so
that name down.
Weirmon, you know. He's the guy who actually did good stuff because he was the one who was coming to Kyrian with his forces to help out when he heard. But he's annoying. That's the thing.
Yeah, and like not as good at like battle tactics.
Yeah, he's not good at that. But
he was like the one who was like, we got horses, let's just go.
All the Terrans are like that though. So now Sunamon we have heard of before. He was back in Tyr, and he was the one who was supposed to make the treaty with Mayenne, like Barrelane, right? And he was being intentionally incompetent, and then Rand basically said, do it or I'm going to kill you. Okay, so that's Sunamon. And then we've got Tolmoran, who we actually haven't heard of before. And then we do know who Torian is. He's the wealthiest guy, and he's the guy who's got the kid who Matt knows.
Cool.
Okay? Yeah, that's who they are.
Okay, I have to tell you, I completely zoned out while you were talking.
I can't believe that.
Do you want to know why, though?
Why?
Because I was thinking about how...
Because you know all those people, and you're like Rand.
Yeah, this was definitely... you know what, that's just a Rand moment. But when you did your fun fact about the golem...
Yeah.
I thought you were going to start talking about Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god, why would you even say that?
Because I was thinking, like, I want to do a shot, and I thought that this would be a fun time... because we're not quite done yet, and I wanted to mention it at some point, and then I got distracted because I wasn't paying attention to you talking about these High Lords.
See, and I was gonna talk about Gollum at the beginning of the fun fact, but I thought you were gonna be mad because like the first thing we do is take a shot in the fun fact.
You know what? It's more fun to take a shot at the beginning than at the end, because then we just wrap up the show, and then we just like leave after taking a shot.
Okay.
So you'll have to tell me again, or maybe I'll just listen back.
You have to edit this at some point, so like you can re-listen.
No. I'll listen back to what you said before we start talking again.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go catch up. But can you tell me, were you gonna talk about Gollum being the name of the character in Lord of the Rings?
No.
And is there a connection? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a connection.
Okay.
But like not. I mean, there's some.
Okay, it's just the name.
Yeah.
Because there's also... Oh, you know what actually sparked this? This is that thing. We go back. Sunamon sounds like Suleiman.
Who's Suleiman?
From... No?
Saruman?
Yeah, that... No. That other one.
Sauron.
Yeah, no.
Saruman. Suleiman is like... Oh god.
Because they're close. The names are close.
Yeah, I mean, they do both start with S's.
And then I was thinking, is the name close enough to be... Yeah.
Saruman. Yeah.
Is that name close enough? And then I was like, no, but you know what name is close enough? Gollum.
Boom.
Shot.
For Gollum.
Okay.
There you go.
I feel like Okay. Here we go.
There we go.
Okay. Back with the shots. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's fun about being down here and recording in this space is we have our shot glasses all from people who have sent them in.
Yes.
So super fun.
That's what we drink from now.
That's what we drink from now.
You went
all
with the underwater theme.
It was an underwater theme.
Yeah, you got lobsters and
lobsters
you got a
from
fish.
Maine, and I have a hook from Minnesota fish shot glass.
There you go.
Thanks.
Cheers to the probably the worst Lord of the Rings reference for Sunamon sounding like Saruman.
No. Gollum. It was
Gollum. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Now, you do remember Torian.
Yeah, and I also just want to do a quick note that if anyone else wants to send us shot glasses from where they're from and have them featured on the show for us to take shots out of, they can find our P.O. Box number on our website.
Yeah.
How to contact us. Sorry, my mouth is just still filling up with saliva from that shot. But thewheelweavespodcast.com, and you will find our contact information.
Yeah, awesome.
Including our P.O. Box.
And I do know that there are some new ones on the way.
No.
I do know
that I don't know about?
That you don't know about, yeah.
Secrets. Fun.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's good. Okay.
Secrets are no fun.
Secrets hurt someone.
Yeah, except for these. This is really fun. I love secrets.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, no, Torian and Potato Face, Estian, I remember.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
Because they both got potato faces, except I noted in this chapter...
Potato face.
Potato nosed.
Potato nose, yeah, there you go.
Want to read it?
Okay.
It's not potato face, it's potato nose in this book.
Yeah, it's potato nose Torian.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is from Rand's perspective too, so...
I know.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now, where were we?
Yeah, well, just like Rand, you also zoned out. So Rand just zoned out, and that's when Sunamon's like, are you doing okay, little buddy?
I wish that I was doing a bit.
Yeah.
That would have been actually better, but I wasn't
That
even...
was just like you, being you. Yeah, but this is where Sunamon starts to be like, are you okay? And then he stops himself. He's like, do you want some punch?
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't ask the crazy guy if he's going crazy. Because Rand, in his shufa still, has, like, completely zoned out. And it's, like, glazed over look in his eyes,
well,
probably.
Because he's thinking about how he told LTT to go away, and then LTT went away.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing he's thinking about while he's zoning out is... Can I talk to him?
That's the first time.
Can he hear me?
That's the first time that he's like, I directly like answered and responded to the voice in my head, and it seemed to have
maybe that's why
listened.
LTT is going so crazy. It's because he has no one to talk to.
But LTT is Rand. Like Rand and LTT are the same person. They're the same soul.
But they're not the same person.
So you think that there's like same soul, separate person?
Reincarnation is different.
Okay, I know, but I gotta get the dynamic of what you think that is going on.
I shouldn't say that. I have no idea what reincarnation is, and I have a gist. I have
Wheel
an
of Time.
idea.
Wheel of Time. You come back and it's same person. There you go. Nailed it. Okay.
No, LTT is different than Rand.
Okay.
Yeah, in my head.
Interesting. Even though Rand sometimes like responds to Luce Theron.
Yeah, that's how I know they're different people.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. Maybe one day they'll merge into the same person, but for now...
What?
Not.
That seems like a bad thing.
It does. It doesn't seem good, but maybe.
Yeah, okay.
And then we need like some healing for that. It'll be like a whole new subplot
in
like book 10 or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're calling it right now, book 10. That's what it is.
Sure. So anyway, Rand is like, oh no, I don't want any punch. I'm okay. Anyways... As soon as these other two fools get here, we'll be good to go.
Yeah, her and Simeon.
Mm-hmm. But turns out these guys aren't showing up.
Nope.
They are not coming. They have defected.
Yeah, so they're two of the High Lords that had left like a month ago from Kyrian, which is important because we had a time frame that we saw that scene of them leaving from like the High Lords leaving from Kyrian because Rand sent them all off.
I wish I remembered that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just like for that. But anyways, they totally have defected. They're traitors, and they have gone to, according to Weiramon, they went to Haddon Merk.
Merk.
They went there.
I went to the map again.
Awesome, new places.
They're not coming.
Yeah.
Haddon Merk is some forest, also in Nowhere Land.
Yes, so...
And hard to get people who are in there.
Haddon Merk is just basically a big old forest that might have some linguistic ties to Mirkwood Forest.
Oh, shit.
Ah, shoot. Yeah. Whoops.
Anyways. I actually don't know for sure. Is that Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. Okay. It's not like definitive, and I don't know for sure, but it's like you're going to throw that word Merk in there and call it a forest, and you're going to say that it's not Mirkwood Forest? What are we talking about here? Come on.
I actually don't even know. I got the liquor.
Yeah, it's totally a Lord of the Rings reference.
What's Mirkwood Forest?
It's one of the forests in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, but like, what do they do there? Does something interesting happen?
Yeah, lots of things. Okay. We don't have time.
Cheers.
Okay. We're just like ramping up in chapter 2.
That's
Here we go.
Fine.
Okay.
Oh. It's Saturday, isn't it?
Yes,
so
it is Saturday.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right, Haddon Merk. these guys are hanging out there probably. A bunch of the other defected people apparently are there too.
Yes. Okay, this is really important. I got names for you.
Okay. I won't remember them.
No, that's okay.
Okay. You got names for other people, not for me. Like, let's be real.
So it's not just those two. It's also the High Lords Darlin and Tadosian and the High Lady Estanda, plus 20 to 30 minor nobles.
Whatever.
Okay, so...
Except Estanda is a name I remember. Where is
you
she
should
from?
remember all of the names.
No.
These are all people.
Oh, yeah, no, I got that.
Okay, so
Estanda,
Darlin.
I remember.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Darlin, okay.
Don't
Darlin.
No.
Darlin, we're pretty sure that's the one that Matt cracked in the head during the battle, the Stone of Tyr, because he's the guy who was talking in the third person.
Okay.
Remember when he blew a hole in the side and this like High Lord Darlin came up? He's like, "Hi, you're gonna be murdered by the High Lord Darlin."
No, I don't remember that.
It's a funny thing. It was a whole bit. Anyways, Rand knows Darlin because he opposed Rand from the start and fled when the stone fell, and then tried to rouse a resistance in the country. And he actually respects that because it's like, hey, right from the get-go, you're like, no, not having you.
Yeah.
And he left. He doesn't like the other two very much because they like are being
pretended.
Exactly.
Pretenders.
And you know what? I get that.
Yeah, me
where
too.
it's like
Elida versus Gawain. This is like literally my viewpoint.
Like I respect more if you're gonna be
same.
against me from the get go and not just be like pretend to be with me.
Yeah.
I get it. So like, hey,
switch swap.
Tadosian, you should know, is the one who was involved in the affair situation that Tom set up.
I do remember Tadosian.
He's the husband of Lady Altima.
Right. Who
and
I was
Altima's
like, where the heck
one,
is she?
Yeah, because she went to
Right.
she was supposed to go to Cairhien. She went to Camelin.
Did not.
Ended up with Ravine. So
compelled.
And then Tadosian, because he was the one who like fell ill because Altima was totally like trying to kill him with the poison, right? Because the whole whoops, whatever situation with the affair partner.
He didn't die?
He didn't die because Tadosian was supposed to stay with Estanda, who was Altima's like mortal nemesis.
Yeah.
And then those two, I guess, are like working together now because they are not dead. They're just in, Head and Merc.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, no, that they are there.
Oh,
that's
no. This is all word. We're not sure.
You don't think that they're just holed up there?
I think they are for sure.
Okay, but you're just like being skeptical just in case. I get it.
To say, like,
okay. Maybe.
No, they are. That's what they are.
Estanda's actually Lanfear.
No.
Yeah, right.
This isn't a Lanfear situation.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, like, never rule it out completely.
But like,
it's always at least 15% this is Lanfear.
Awesome.
Always. Never rule it out.
Yeah.
Now, some High Lord guy here who I don't know
Tolmoran
also mentions that these traitor High Lords aren't just opposing Rand, they're calling Rand a fake.
Yeah,
and
big
they're
deal.
doing the whole Pedro Nile, I said I do all your channeling for you, Rand.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's big because it's not just like, hey, we don't like him. It's, hey, he's a fake.
Right, but then this High Lord guy is like, but think you're the Dragon Reborn?
Yeah, because Rand is, straight up asking him, what do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm fake?
Mm-hmm. And I think this guy might be a little bit of one of those toad eaters.
Toad eaters. Good callback. Love it. Okay, totally.
Yeah.
But anyways, nobody's going to ask about, like, what do we do about the rebels in Head and Merc?
No.
Because it's a non-situation right now because they can stay there for all he cares.
Like, Rand doesn't give an F.
Yeah.
And, like, honestly, me neither.
Yeah.
What are you guys actually going to do?
That's a future Rand problem, and future Rand is much better at dealing with stuff than current Rand.
Maybe he'll be worse.
That's why I consistently put my tasks on the to-do list for future Brett, because I'm pretty sure he can handle it.
Yeah, right. Fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair.
He usually doesn't, but like then he puts it on future Brett, and then he'll handle it for sure. So.
You know what? When I was reading this, I was like, good, Rand. Don't pay those people any mind. Because they're looking for attention.
Yeah.
Don't give them that attention that they're looking for. Like, that's an awesome tactic.
Yeah. Just be like, go hang out in the forest. I don't even care.
But during this conversation, I just said, how much harm can they really cause? And then I was like, oh shit, they're going to do some damage. Like, I don't know how much they can actually do at this point, but like...
Well, it's also the question, like, is it going to be a future end problem at all? Is it gonna be solved on its own? Or is it like
I think it's going to be one of those...
30 chapters? Or is it in like a 5 books? Is it going to be an issue? Like, who knows?
I'd say this book. I think this book.
And you think that it's going to like have to be solved?
I think there's going to be like something where it's like, oh, you think you have Cairhien? now you don't.
Because
these guys just went and like turned everyone in Kyrian and Tyr against you, and now you thought you had them and you don't.
Oh, shoot.
And especially with what I think is going to happen.
What do you think's going to happen?
With this Ilian thing, where Rand has this like other plan.
Okay, we haven't talked about this. What do you think's going to happen with the Ilian?
Well, we'll get there.
Okay, at the end.
We'll get there. Okay, but I'm thinking that he might not make friends.
Oh, that's like when you put off problems too long and then they come back and bite you in the butt because you didn't deal with it.
And then you have a full day where you just have like a full-on mental breakdown where you're like,
why didn't I do this before?
Yeah. Crying all day because you can't get yourself together. Wait.
Shoot.
Not from personal experience.
It is hypothetical.
What? Okay.
A friend of mine.
Seriously, though. Anyway, Rand asks if there's anyone who's going to speak in these rebels' defense, and no one answers.
Yeah, hard no.
So Rand is like, cool. Well, all their titles are forfeited. Their lands and estates are confiscated.
This is huge.
Arrest warrants will be signed for every man and woman, and whoever kills one of them won't be charged with murder.
Yep.
Whoever aids them will be charged with treason, and any who surrender will be spared their lives, and those who persist will hang.
This is huge.
I like
it. Yeah.
No nonsense.
I like the fact that, okay, Rand still totally has his hang up about women, but he's not excluding them from the punishments.
Yeah.
So it's like, good. Okay. But it's also huge because it's not the hanging thing, because they all kind of expect, like, yeah, traitors get hanged.
No, they're like, oh my god, you're taking their land?
Taking their titles.
Oh, titles.
The titles, because...
Titles and land?
Yeah. But the issue is the titles, because especially with Terrans, their whole deal is that nobles are better than regular people. And then if you take away their titles and it's like, hey, you're not a high lord or a noble anymore, you're just a common person.
You're just a regular commoner.
That's worse.
Disgusting. Poor people?
Disgusting. Right? Yeah. That's the entire thought process.
Gasp.
Anyways, just so you know, Rand still has a shufa on.
Oh, good.
He's still wearing it in the tent.
Okay, but he finally takes it off.
Now he takes it off. Now that he's done dealing with this stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm fine with it.
It's just really funny.
Yeah. But he still has his shoes on?
Yeah,
probably.
I assume so.
Okay. So he asks to see the maps, and now they're getting to some battle planning.
Yeah.
Samael is the important issue right now.
Yep.
Because a lot of nobles here don't even think that the Forsaken are even out.
They don't think it's real. They think that Rand's just crazy.
Being crazy.
Yeah. They're like, okay.
And they give him looks.
Yeah.
And so he says Samael's name louder every time.
Yes.
Or something, with more emphasis.
And this is why it's important to remember Bashir's story about, like, the crazy general, because as long as you win, they're going to be cool with you.
And Rand thinks about that.
Yeah.
And he's like, they can think I'm crazy as long as they follow me.
Yeah. Well, there's also this whole issue throughout the rest of this chapter where the Terrans, and we already know this with, like, people from Tyr, they hate the Alieners. They hate them. They want to, like, burn the city down and salt the land and murder all the women and children. Like, they are crazy about killing all the Alieners.
Yes, they are.
And they
Can't wait. That's what they think they're about to do.
They think Rand's on board with this, and Rand is very clearly and explicitly not on board with that. He's like, that's not happening.
Yeah.
That's not the plan.
No. He's like, by the way, yes, my banner will be up in Ilion.
But it's like, I don't actually want to kill all the... I want all of them to follow me.
Yeah.
Because the last battle is coming, and we need the people.
That's right.
So, like, that's pretty clear.
I feel like that's less crazy than kill them all.
No, but that's why we just, like, yell at that voice to be like, stop telling me to burn the school down.
No, I was talking about the Terrans.
Oh, yeah.
Who want to kill all the aliens.
They're also crazy, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so now the Aiel clan chiefs arrive, which is good, because, like, they haven't been involved in stuff.
They've been shut out intentionally.
Yeah, and then so all the nobles just try to kind of ignore them completely.
Yeah.
And the Aiel ignore them, and so here we are. So we get to some
killers.
battle plans.
Yeah.
Because the land between Tyr and Ilion is called the Plains of Merida. We already talked about that. And there are army camps set up on the borders of, like, Ilion, right?
Yeah, like around the Plains of Merida.
Okay, yeah.
It's the land between.
They were set up by Samael, so Rand wants to know if there's any new ones popping up, and the Aiel have scouts, and it appears to be a no.
Yeah,
but
Rand's being pretty sneaky.
Already knows the answer to this because he's already checking it out in Tel'aran'rhiod.
You know what he's doing? He's checking out to see if he's going to get the same information from his people to see if it's like a trust factor is there.
Yes. But I also like how he's like, there's a sneaky secret place that I know that no one else knows about.
Yeah.
And I can go there.
You know what would have been helpful? Had the dreamwalking Aiel, like, taught Rand anything about dreamwalking.
Well, I don't think they know that he can do this.
I know, but it's like, hey.
Why would they teach him that?
Just, like, being open with information.
No.
You're not on board with that?
I'm going to direct you to the beginning of this series.
Sure.
And how everybody has a communication problem.
I know, I get that. I'm just saying what would have been helpful.
Yeah.
Like, had they been like, hey,
this series would be
man.
much, much shorter.
Yes.
If everyone was communicative and helpful. They didn't even want to share it with Egwene, who clearly could dreamwalk.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Like, they were hesitant about that from the beginning. So, like,
yeah, I love his take. So he has no...
I thought you were going to say if Nynaeve was like, hey, do you want to know how I'm here? Or if Rand was like, how are you here?
Yeah.
He just, like, didn't give an F.
Nope, doesn't matter.
He didn't even
It's
care.
like a cow's opinion.
Didn't even think about it. There was, like, too much else going on, I guess.
Yeah, like, that would have been a great
also,
instant.
like, who's that lady beside you?
Yeah, or like Nynaeve could be like, hey, Egwene, Rand was totally in Tel'aran'rhiod. He was there. He was like, for sure there. You should probably talk to him about that. Maybe get the wise ones involved and be like, hey, Rand, here's some basics for Tel'aran'rhiod.
Actually,
what happens.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of ways and
Turns
reasons
out,
why.
What you're saying, what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
This is all Nynaeve's fault.
That's what I said. Nailed it.
There's a lack of communication on all fronts.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because here, Rand
he's going
explicitly is like...
going on little spy missions.
There's this place, and it's like secret for us, the
He doesn't
reader.
even know what it's... Like, he's got no clue.
There's a fun place I go to.
Yeah.
It's a people-less place.
Yeah.
It's unpeopled, I think is the word in the text. It's an unpeopled place. And it's a mirror reflection of this world, and I can find out all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, it's too bad, like, even Perrin at any point, because, like, Perrin's got access to the same stuff.
He doesn't, but Perrin doesn't even, like, recognize that
Wolf Dream.
He thinks that...
And he's like, what's Egwene doing here and all that?
But, like, in the sky.
They've, like, run into each other.
Not really.
Well, okay. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of...
Also, all the Forsaken... You know what I was thinking about? I want to go read those chapters that Perrin saw all that, like, Forsaken meetings.
Yeah?
Because I feel like I'd be able to pinpoint who that was now.
Yeah, probably. See, that's the thing is, like, at that point, we can't really dive deep into any of that because, like, we just don't know.
Yeah.
But now, like, we know of the alliances and we know, like, who's doing what.
And the ones who are yelling at each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there's so much more we can do on the next reread.
Oh, my God. Okay. We need to finish this episode.
God, I know. Okay. Let's get through it. Okay. Yeah, because Rand is doing his spy missions.
Yeah.
And then we get the news that every man in Ilion, pretty much who can hold a spear, is being brought into this fight. And the defenses and the troops are growing bigger and bigger by the day, which is a part of why Rand's getting so much pushback.
Sounds like the plan is going well for what I think Rand has planned.
Because Rand has clearly like a super sneaky separate plan.
Yes.
But all the Aiel, even the Aiel clan chiefs are getting like, hey, we should attack now because the longer we wait, the more troops are coming to like defend these fortresses. How are we going to get through?
That's what they think. Yeah.
And that's what they think. But if this is Rand super, are you talking like a jump behind the lines super sneaky plan?
Definitely.
Okay.
100%.
Draw
Gateway
everybody
into
out.
That shit.
Yeah.
Gateway into that shit. Destroy Samael.
So like
take
mano
Ilion
a mano
from the inside.
Okay.
And then save all the people.
Yeah.
No
so
one
like
has
don't
to die.
actually lose. So
no war, no battle.
So we're saying all these troops here, the 250,000 plus.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get you to read the full paragraph of what Rand is thinking at the very end of this, and it like explicitly states.
I'm so excited. Okay.
What a funny joke this giant army is.
It is hilarious. Okay.
See, that's the sense of humor I'm on board with. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. So anyway, everyone wants to jump in, and the instruction is wait until Matt arrives to take command. And I think the funny joke is Matt's never arriving to take command.
Hey, okay, super sneaky plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so everyone agrees, even though they're not enthusiastic about it. And then everyone sort of talks a while. Supply lines, boring
all
stuff.
All that stuff, yeah.
All the stuff that doesn't actually matter because there's not actually going to be a war, in my opinion.
Rand is doing his relationship building with the nobles here.
Yeah.
Just like he does with the Aiel afterwards.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so it's time to leave. He rewraps his shufa. He gets out of there. And then the Aiel are like, we don't trust these wetlanders.
Yeah.
But we trust you, Rand. Like, are you sure? We have so many Aiel. We could, like, be in there in 3 seconds. win this for you.
Yeah, we could totally go and crush him.
And
No big deal.
Yeah.
And we could do the whole, like, Had and Merc 4 stuff. Like, one clan goes that way,
We could
the
do
rest
this
go
all.
this,
we
we
could do
got
this
all
all.
of it.
And Rand is like, stick to the plan.
Yeah.
Wait for Matt. Don't fuck this up.
Don't do it.
I know you want to.
Yeah.
I know you could totally. If this was actually the plan,
Okay.
definitely he knows they could.
If that's the plan that is actually in place here, are we giving Rand, like, uber points here for, like, being a pretty awesome leader right now?
No, I think we're giving Matt points.
Well, it was Matt's plan.
Rand specifically said...
It was Rand's general concept, and Matt filled in the details.
Good. They're a good duo.
So what I was saying is, like, are we going to give Rand some, like, awesome points for trying to conquer a nation without having mass casualties?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like, he's doing a pretty good job as a rule. Like,
and, like, I've said that the entire time.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a good job.
He's
His
doing a
rules
decent
that
job.
he's putting in place, I'm for.
he's got a generally pretty good
I'm
moral code,
impressed.
too.
He does. He's got his, like,
Yeah.
solid Two Rivers upbringing.
He doesn't want to hurt people.
No, and that's, like, a good thing for a leader to have, but he's also not afraid to hurt people that need to be hurt.
Yeah, like those stupid nobles.
Like those assholes
Yeah.
who just, like, are gonna, like, fuck shit up.
Just, like, listen to what I say.
Yeah, God, I know I'm just, like, taking you by force, but, like, deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, there's some, like,
Wait,
immoral
what?
Yeah.
Wait a second here.
Yeah, okay. What are we actually talking about here?
Yeah.
All right, so Rand then spends some time with the clan chief, smoking a pipe.
It's the relationship
not talking
building.
about the
Yeah.
war, doing all the stuff, and then nighttime comes around. He eats a dinner.
Did you notice that he got some, like, Two Rivers tabak?
Yes, he did. A
He
cask of it.
He does.
Yes.
That's like
That's
that stuff is worldwide.
That's the good stuff.
Yes.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, nighttime comes around. He could leave.
Yep. Because he was supposed to do the sneaky thing with
Well,
Bashir,
he
but
thinks maybe.
Is that part of the plan?
I
Like, we
feel
don't know
like
what the plan is.
We don't know for sure. Bashir's definitely being shafted, if that was the plan, because of Avienda. That's the read I got on it, but from this conversation, I'm getting that it, like, might be more, and he really just wants to avoid Avienda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it might be both at this point.
Which also in itself, we haven't really talked much about. The fact, like, he's completely avoiding her right now.
Oh, like, more than just pushing the elevator button?
Yeah.
He's, like, waiting till she's asleep to go back.
Yeah.
Like, waiting that late.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
I feel like it's gotten worse. Like, there's a decline in this relationship.
Sad about that, because I actually do like their relationship very much.
Yeah.
So...
Okay. We'll have to read and find out on that one.
There's gonna be, like, he can't avoid her forever, and she's, like, quite confrontational.
He
So,
can
like,
try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he does eat the food, and then all the maidens, this is hilarious. I want to talk about this because they want to talk about Avienda, who evidently he's avoiding.
Yeah.
They're like, Rand, you need to attract her again.
Yeah.
This is up to you now.
Well, because he attracted her attention initially, because he did the whole, like, gift giving, and she did the gift giving back. There was that whole thing.
I think the main problem here is he did that ceremony with all the maidens asking for Avienda.
Yeah.
So now he's, like, done this to himself.
And now he's running away in their eyes, and that's why they're like, okay, you know what? You're going through a hard patch. Like, you just got to
We get you got a lot on your plate, but... If you have a lot on your plate, having a woman by your side to help you out is positive.
Yeah.
So they're like, offer to wash her hair. No, wait, that's too forward. Offer to brush her hair. Do a sexy naked dance for her.
And then be like,
but
oh
then,
no.
Can you blush?
Yeah.
And
so
Ron's
go back.
Like, oh my god, is
Here's
this
the thing.
worse than actually seeing Avienda? Because, like, maybe.
Go back through all the interactions with Avienda of where she, like, was getting undressed or not undressed, and, like, when she was like, oh no, I didn't expect you to be here. Like, how much was intentional or not.
Yeah, but it sounds like that's the man's job.
It does. And that's the difference, is, like, we don't know the dynamics there.
No, I think it might be different.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, so eventually they return to Camelin. The sun's gone down. He's like, oh, good. Avienda is sleeping.
But she's not.
And then she's like, no.
Yeah.
Not. And then the last thing Rand thinks about before falling asleep is the huge joke.
Yeah.
About how only he, Matt, and Bashir know this joke.
Yep. Know the plan, the real plan.
And about how Samael has no sense of humor at all. And the giant army waiting in Tyr is the biggest joke the world has ever seen.
Yeah. Because
Boom.
this is Like one of the biggest armies.
That's the mic drop. That's the mic drop moment
okay.
at the end of this chapter.
So
they're useless.
So you're thinking
they are going to be for nothing. They're a
fake army.
They're a big old distraction.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
So here's the thing, though. You put that many soldiers in one place as a distraction. Yeah, that is a super awesome distraction. But then what do you do with that army? Because, like, you've got supply lines. You got to figure that stuff. Should they go somewhere else? Is he going to do like a twofer where he, like, uses the army to distract Samael and Ilian and then, like, reverts and puts them somewhere else?
I'm wondering if he hasn't thought that far ahead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like a huge amount of manpower that's just, like, here sitting in the middle of nowhere, basically. Like, and I get if you want to take over Ilian, this is the way to do it. But, like, what's the next move?
I think what's going to happen is Matt... Actually, Kate, you know how I said Matt's not coming?
Yeah.
I take that back. Matt's going to show up, have a, quote, battle plan for them.
Sure.
Have them basically, like, ride in. Rand's going to go, hopefully take care of, like, Samael behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it'll be, like, Ilian's conquered, because your leader... But Ilian has more than just one leader, right?
They have the Council of 9.
They have 9.
And they also... Well, yeah, they have the Council of 9, plus they technically do have a king.
Okay. So there's, like, more to this.
Yeah.
But
it's like the Council of 9 is the important thing.
I wonder if they're going to, like, ride in to, like, slowly just, like, impose their will. And be like, submit to us because look at how many we have. And also Rand is sitting in your castle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then maybe everyone just, like, lays down their swords, and then they, like, all just, like, and then they just take over Ilian peacefully.
Okay.
I feel like that would be a Rand plan.
Okay.
If there was ever a Rand plan.
That is a plan. That's a plan.
And, like, I feel like the majority of these, like, Aiel warriors and the Terran and Kyrian and High Lords who don't get along with each other, and then also don't get along with Aiel, are gonna hate it, and it's not gonna go well.
Yeah, because then it's like, hey, you don't actually get to burn down Ilian. You have to fight with them. Going forward,
they'll hate it. None of this is great.
Yeah.
But they also never thought that Kyrian and Tyr would, like, be peacefully in a war room together. So
that's true. There's room for growth for everybody.
Same with Kyrian and Aiel in a room together.
Yeah,
right. Like that's a big one.
The Aiel and anybody.
Well, specifically those tree killers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, so like I said at the beginning, this is kind of the ramp-up chapter where we're setting the scene.
Yeah, I'm excited to read on. What's the next chapter called?
The next chapter is called A Different Dance.
Oh, and I spy those dice.
There's some dice.
Okay, now I'm
Are you excited? Are you excited for this?
Now I'm pumped. Okay,
okay.
Let's do this. Now, before you potentially use the biggest army in the world as a complete decoy, potentially, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
Well, that's all for now, folks. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the episode, and thanks for listening. The Wheel Weaves is hosted by Dani and Brett, produced by Dani and Brett, with Essen, Passion Socks, Mozyme, Moltude, Benjamin, Michelle O'Brien, Jamie Young, Cody Fouts, Megan Smiley, Jonathan Reese, and Kaz. With music by Audionautics.com. If you're interested in supporting us and the podcast, you can find us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For all things The Wheel Weaves, like how to get in touch with us, how to send us really cool shot glasses, our social media links, how to join our Discord, and for just some general information about the show and the hosts, you can head over to our website at thewheelweavespodcast.com. And as always, don't forget to tell a friend about us, to leave us that 5-star review, and to hit that subscribe button over on YouTube. We'd really, really appreciate that, and it does help a lot. Thanks again for listening. This really is part of the pattern now.